Ian.
Dave.
I am thrilled to tell you that I have apexadjacent. Dave, Ian, automotive podcast. Ian, sometimes we take a different turn. We discuss different topics on apexadjacent. Give me some of the things that we normally talk about or have talked about in the past that are not necessarily automotive related. While I pop this liquid death. Yeah.
Music.
Uh-huh.
Oops. Home appliance repair.
That's the one. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
Yep. I was telling my wife again about how you had a dishwasher dripping on one of your children at like 1:30 in the morning, a while ago, and you fixed it. So my wife and I have been in our house in May. This coming May, it'll be 4 years. So like we've been here like 3.5 years or so now. We have never used the vent hood over our range because it made it just an insane cacophonous noise. Okay. And, it's one of those things like when you get the house, it's like, okay, I'll fix this later. It's probably a bad motor. Like they're designed to be replaced. Like I can do this. Right. And so I think I am at the point with all of the shit that's going on where I just need a fucking win, dude. Right? Like I just need to do a thing that makes a positive result that I see that makes a positive impact in my general orbit. Right. And so I just need a fucking win, man. Right. And so I was like, you know what? Like after my wife and I had dinner at 4:30, because that's when we eat. I was like, I'm going to fix the exhaust hood tonight. I'm just going to figure it out. And earlier in the day, I had gone on the vendor's website for it. And I think that you will really appreciate this. They have a troubleshooting page. Like if you Google like the model number and noise, like their fucking SEO is top notch. It's their shit is the first thing that comes up, not some like appliance forum or anything, right? VW Vortex doesn't show up, right? Number one on their troubleshooting list is to take the top off and make sure that the tape that's holding like the little flapper doors down in shipping has actually been removed when it was installed.
No way.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, so way back in the day, I remember reading in a magazine forever ago that like the most common complaint that Gillette got was from people that didn't know how to take the plastic off the plastic protector off of their razor. Like they would just answer those calls 24/7, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. And so like, of course, right? Like the vendor's first thing is the thing that they want to eliminate calls for the most.
Right.
So
because whatever money they saved making those little plastic things clear, they're spending 3 times as much having to hire people to answer phones.
You're exactly right. Yeah, they're lucky if it's 3 times as much, right? Yeah. No, that's a really good observation. I didn't think about that. So I take it apart. It's one of those things where like it's wired really shitty and like,
it's a home appliance.
Yeah. Right. And like whoever installed it, like they just fucking slammed it in and moved on to the next thing. Yeah. And so like I took the opportunity to like clean up a bunch of wiring and like, I Daved it, right? And so like I took the thing off and I looked down into into like the air exhaust thing. And here's what I see, Ian. Here's what I see. A piece of fucking tape. The people that had installed it. Yeah. Right. And who knows how long the people before us had it, because I think they remodeled the kitchen like 8 years ago or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this little piece of masking tape, like here's the kicker. The person that put it in, there's 2 doors on that hinge, right? They both come up. There was another piece of tape that they had removed because the vendor tapes both doors down.
Right.
That for some reason they didn't untape half of it. And then I guess the previous people were like, yeah, we'll never use it, or we're fine with how loud it is. I don't know. But so here's how apart my kitchen was while I was doing it. Right. Like Yeah. So there's like the thing you can see, like, it's one of those things where they don't even put a fucking junction box. Like, this is a
Right.
thing that people do now. They just have wires shooting out from walls if you're a shitty contractor.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, this little icon LED light. PETA and I are huge fans of this thing, man. Harbor Freight, get this get this light when it's on sale when you have a coupon for it because it's $30 and it is a
Nice.
game changer, man.
Oh man,
It
that's
is
good.
so good. Magnetic base and everything. Yeah. But yeah, so got it all fixed. It's nice and quiet. Jesus Christ.
And so it works now. It's good.
It's so nice. It's so quiet. It is more quiet on its highest setting than it was previously on its lowest setting.
That's wild.
And all it was that piece of tape. One of the doors was open, and the other one like was just rattling against like whatever stopper, little plastic like knob stoppers that it has to keep it from going like all the way down, right? Yeah. So that's it. So I got one, dude.
Knob Stoppers, by the way, is a task force for my local church. It's an anti-porn task force that they have. Knob Stoppers.
They go around and keep teenagers from touching themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Knob Stoppers.
Oh, knob stoppers. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a motto. Their motto is other side.
Hands where I can see them. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So your boy got a win. That's what I was doing right before the show. So
nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever, now here's a question. So, like you have like candy or whatever, and you're like, I'm going to save this for later. Have you ever done that with a fix where like, I know what the fix is for this, or I think this is going to be an easy one. I'm not going to fix it now. I'm going to wait till I need it. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it later.
Nothing is occurring to me. Have you done that? Can you think of an instance where you've done that?
I have done that, and I can't think of a specific one, but it like, I don't know. I'm an A+ procrastinator, one, and two.
I don't think that means you get a high grade.
Self-graded, right?
At a later date.
I mean, the knob stoppers have to be here all the time, so I'm pretty good at procrastinating. But yeah, I'll occasionally be like, you know what, when I need to like kickstart a period of productivity, I will do that one first because I know like that'll be quick and I'll actually accomplish it. That'll take that momentum into the next harder one.
Right. You know what? That's a really good point. Like you're using it as a building block, right? Like, getting your feet wet. Like you're doing like your pregame stretches, right?
Yep. And then what usually happens is I get halfway through that one, stop, and then nothing gets done.
Right. Which is the worst because a half done project is worse than not doing the project in the first place.
100%. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I think that I can think of one that I have half done right now. And I have this like memory foam mattress topper thing that like I just didn't send back to Amazon in time. And so I got one of those vacuum bags to like suck it up and like shrink it down because those things like take up so much space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're essentially storing like a thin mattress. And I got it in the vacuum bag. I sucked some of the air out of it, but then I realized that like I'm going to need Kelly to like walk around on it and squish it down while I'm holding the vacuum or vice versa. And so it's just sitting in the basement in the bag on the floor right now. Yeah. When I have the luxury of not having to walk past the thing, it's so much easier for me to leave it half done.
For sure.
You know? Yeah. I do like that though about getting your momentum going. I'm also thinking like if okay, so like the company that makes that vent hood, they knew, right? They knew like that it was worth letting their copyright or their copy editor just write 2 sentences on their website, and then the marketing team just like crushing the SEO for that result, right? So like if you can think of like car brands and their common things, like what would it be worth for like say Saab to have put on their website, or Volkswagen? Like what would you expect as like the first thing on these like automotive companies websites? And maybe not even speaking to the cars, but like to the people that you deal with, like the noise you deal with.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, like Subaru, they should have just automatically enrolled you in that like Amazon thing where you get like a subscription to a product, and it would just be like a quart of oil every
Yes.
2 weeks would get delivered to your house.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Subaru redirects you to that. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Volkswagen just drop ships you a bunch of fuses, obviously.
Right. Right. As soon as you enter the search terms, like,
Mm-hmm.
you hear your doorbell ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's what should be happening.
Yeah. I Mustang folks, um, they direct you to file a police report as a struck pedestrian. Because you've been inflicted with a Mustang
Mm-hmm.
leaving cars and coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you buy a convertible Camaro, you just get if you just type in how to take down the top of my convertible Camaro, the GM website just redirects you to the nearest divorce lawyer in your area.
Yes. Yeah. And it sends an email to your AOL account.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, speaking of VW electrical issues, I actually have a garage update.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay.
So we had the all track on our big long what do you call it? Road trip this summer.
Yeah, like your furlough almost, right?
Yeah, basically. And we put so many miles on it that it was time for service again when we got back. We basically put like from March to now, we put about 10,000 miles on the car, which is the most I've ever put on a car in less than a year. Like
right.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And before we left, we had to like replace front shocks, and we did a kind of a big service. And then when we got back, now we're up against 60,000 miles.
Oh, wow. Time flies.
Well, yeah, we got that car in 2020.
Yeah, I was still at my previous house when you got it. Yeah, because that's where we did your
11,000 miles. Yes, that's right.
Hitch. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
11,000 miles on it when we got it, and it now has 60,000.
Okay.
Yeah, all is well. I added on the haul deck service because I was like,
Yep.
We drove it hard, so I was like, please do DSG and haul decks.
Yeah.
Because we had that thing fucking fully loaded, and we were
right
driving it hard. And then I told them about the whole, if you remember, the whole debacle with there was like standing water in the
yes
right
from a clogged drain plug, right?
Yeah, so I was like 95% sure that I diagnosed it, and so I told them exactly what happened. I was like, this is I thought it was my 6-year-old like pouring out water in the back of the car or whatever, but there was like standing water. And then I did the drain hose thing, and it seemed to fix itself. And so they looked at it. And by the way, so that's the other thing we noticed is that the last couple of weeks it's gotten cold. The passenger side seat heater doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Like it'll come on and then it goes right off.
Okay, yeah, probably short somewhat. Yeah,
and I was like, oh, it got shorted out or whatever.
Yeah,
and so I told them, I was like, can you take a look at that as well while you're looking at the AC drain? And so they did. There was just a fault code in the computer. At some point, it had done it. They like took it out, put grease on it, plugged it back in, and they're like, it's fixed, we think.
Oh my gosh.
And they
Okay.
like they took it all apart and looked at it, and they said that there was a little bit of rust, a little bit of surface corrosion around where um the drain tube meets the floor pan. So it
Sure.
did look like there was standing water there for a
Okay.
while, but now it seems to be dripping and doing everything it's supposed to. So yeah, it seems like that was the culprit,
Okay.
but it's fine now. It's such a bizarre. And he was like, I have never seen that before. Like, I've never heard of that. Like, never seen that. And it's just a very bizarre failure scenario.
Yeah. I love it when you're the story that the tech is going to tell other techs.
Right. Yeah. I always have a joke with Jenny that like I never one of my goals in life is to never uh, be in a medical journal.
Right.
Right. And I feel like this is the equivalent of being and making a medical journal. This is the automotive
Yes.
equivalent of that. Of like, wait, what happened?
And
And he asked me about and one of the other things that happens with that is because it has the panoramic moonroof thing.
yeah.
Is that those drains get plugged?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nope. I parked it on flat ground and I poured water in the rail and I got water out of 4 holes. And
Okay.
he was like, yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I don't know. Super weird.
That is really weird. But hey,
yeah,
a win is a win,
just,
dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take it. So yeah. But yeah, everything else is good.
Okay.
It drives great. And we're good.
Okay. Okay, good.
I was very nervous that we had nearly destroyed that car.
No. Right, because I mean your mind is going straight to like an entire seat assembly because they're not going to just replace the heating element in the seat. Right? It's all a thing. So like you're probably thinking like, oh, this is going to be like $3,000 for a seat or something.
It's gonna be outrageous, yeah. And I was gonna be like, Jenny, you're just gonna be cold bottom.
I don't think that would have gone so well.
No.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, well, then you're riding passenger.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can either drive or have a cold bottom. That'd be actually an interesting. Should have stuck that out for a little bit longer. See how well that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she might have taken cold bottom.
Really? Instead of driving? Okay. She just brings some fleece?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Huh. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my semi-boring garage update.
You know, I've been thinking a lot. I know we have some other stuff that we want to talk about, but like I got to tell you, I have been thinking a lot because I think I do need, or I do have a desire to kind of distract myself with some additional projects. And so I've been thinking a lot about what comes next for you when it comes to a fun car, Ian. What comes after your R32? And I don't think that we've talked about it on the show before, but you and I have kind of casually tossed around the idea of doing an LS Swap RX-8 for your next build. What we have said that I want to build your next car. I would love to do that. Right?
Well, that's a lot better than me building my next car.
You're going to help me, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, but I would love to build your next car.
I mean, step one is I'm going to take the magnet out of that flashlight that you showed me, so that way I have something to do. I've been replaced.
This flashlight can't hold itself anymore.
Automation is taking all our jobs.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, those neodymium fuckers. Okay. I like that. But I have a few questions because I want to kind of like figure out where your head's at. I am going through the process of like getting quotes for a 4-post lift in my garage and the accommodating garage door. So I am trying very hard to make that happen on the near term. So that I think is garage space because we don't leave stuff out in the street or anything like that. So I have to be able to close the garage doors and have everything inside the house at the end of the day. So I would need to store my Fiat and your car that I'm currently working on in the same garage bay, right? So So I am doing that, right? I'm making calls and waiting for quotes and stuff like that. So
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, I'm crazy psyched about it. So, but I mean, like once I have that, like I feel like we could start talking about stuff for your next build. So where are you at, like mentally, like stuff like that? And then I have some questions I want to ask you. And if you don't want to talk about this tonight, if you want to like process and we come back to it another time, totally up for that too.
Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm not made any decisions. I've like,
For sure.
yeah. And I've still got, I mean, we just did a massive house remodel and I
Yeah.
have some obligations
Sure.
there that will come first. But yeah, I don't know. It's that RX-8 LS thing I think is very intriguing because it checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah. Talk about the boxes that you would like to have, or kind of like what
Yeah.
so right now you're in your all-wheel drive, normally aspirated 3.2 liter R32, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your little hatchback, baby boy, badass mobile.
Yeah.
Right? It looks great, it sounds great, it handles great, but it is an all-wheel drive car with a normally aspirated V6 and 220-ish horsepower at altitude,
Yeah.
right? So where do you want to go? How do you want to challenge yourself? Would you even be willing to go like to a front-wheel drive car? Are you dead set on rear-wheel drive? Like where are you thinking like boost and displacement and cylinders and stuff like that? Yeah, talk me through stuff.
Yeah, I think honestly, I just want especially after driving Peter's car around high plains, I want that. I just want something that feels sorted on the track and
Okay.
that I can drive on the street.
Okay.
Right. So I want to go. I think right now the R32 is a super cool car and I love it to death.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
But it's like a few two notches street for me.
The way you have it set up now, where you can't drive over a shadow without shattering your oil pan.
Yes. Yes. I think so. I need something a little bit faster, I think. Like a little bit more power. And I think I do want rear wheel drive.
Okay.
Stick shift is a
Absolutely.
must.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get anything
No
with a mono or
paddles.
no
Yeah.
pedals.
Right.
Yeah, so it's got to be 3 pedal.
Okay.
And I would prefer to have a back seat so I can still shove children into it if I need to.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Like I wanted to see if you needed enough space to put the kids in, because I'm parking about like a year and a half or so for like a build like this for me, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And assuming like I don't have to do a Fiat engine swap sometime in the middle of it,
Right.
but like Nico will be 13 in 3 years, right? That's when you can start riding in the front seat,
Yep.
typically, right? I don't know. Is it height and weight, or is it
There's
like
some height and weight too. I don't remember exactly what it is, but because it seems so far away.
sure,
Because he just got done with a booster seat because he's small for his age.
right?
So yeah, but I still have 2 kids. So it would be great if I could get 4 people in the car without it being unworkable. Or just
Right.
around the city. We're not going to take any long trips in it.
Yeah.
I just need to be able to drive around, maybe up to the mountains, at the most, so like an hour and a half in the car at most, sort of thing.
Okay.
And that, I don't know, the RX-8 is just about big enough to do that.
Right.
I would love to get I mean, my dream would be to have like a Cayman. I would love to have like a Cayman S.
Okay.
Would love that.
Could the kids fit in the back seat of that?
There's no back seat.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
right. That's what I mean. So like if that was not an issue, then I would
Okay,
just
gotcha.
be saving pennies for a Cayman or something.
Right. Understood.
And also I was shocked at how inexpensive the RX-8 option is, even with having to buy an engine and and a kit and everything else. I mean, essentially, even if I went over the budget that you had showed me, which I think I would, I think it would be. I think just the time it took him to do it to that budget,
Right.
there would be slop in there, and I would end up probably at like $20,000
Ooh, okay.
full all in. But still, what would I get for 20 grand that would be even close?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that would be 20 grand fully sorted, like fully built, great track car.
Correct.
Right. Um, so yeah, it's an intriguing option for sure.
And I don't think that you want to go for something that has a longer wheelbase or like say like something that has 4 doors, do you?
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would
Okay.
like I get like a 3 series with an LS in it would be great, you know.
Sure.
Um
What about
something
like a what about a oh, what am I thinking? Um oh shit, I had it in my brain. Oh, I had a good one. Damn it. Cuz we don't like who was it Robbie from 1010s? He did a LS swap on his 350Z.
right.
Right. And I don't know if that's the right move for you. I don't know. I'm not seeing you liking that for some reason. I don't know
I
why.
think that's also no back seats.
Oh, true. Yeah, just a parcel shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. God, what was I just? Oh, like a if we could find a Lexus SC, like an SC 400 or SC 300, like an old Lexus SC that was rust
Mm,
free somehow.
yeah.
But we probably wouldn't want to go that old. I think like we want something that has like an aftermarket for track shit and not like minimize the amount of custom fabrication stuff because I can't
Right.
fabricate. We would have to send stuff out or have friends do it, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I'm thinking sustainability as well, and I'm thinking LS for you for sure.
Yeah.
You know, even if we just start with like a $500, 5.3 truck motor, you know, just to kind
Mm-hmm.
of figure everything out, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's yeah, those engines are essentially disposable at this point. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't know. There's so many options for it, and it seems very far off to
Okay.
even think about at this point. But um but yeah, I've been thinking about it more and more. Like every once in a while, you know, like I talked about getting a GR Corolla and stuff like that. But then I usually drive my car and I'm like, oh, I'm get kind of talked out of it.
Yeah.
Something with a rowdy V8 though is like becoming more and more
Hmm.
sticky.
Yeah, I want something that like is a little intimidating for you,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a fun way. Yeah. And so in your opinion like you're probably like straight up no front wheel drive, no even like if it has like a pretty solid amount of boost and stuff like that. Like just from a balance and handling and like just kind of like what lines up with your vibes, like
Hmm.
spending time at the track, you'd probably want to do it in a real drive car.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like driving front wheel drive cars fast.
Oh yeah, and you're good at it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I want something rear drive. I've never had a rear
Okay.
drive car.
Okay.
Never owned a rear drive car.
That's funny that
Well,
out of the two of us, I have.
I guess I kind of had because I had that Jeep for a long time for a while, but I had that Jeep. I had a Jeep Cherokee that was like passed around the squadron
Uh huh.
for a little while. So I guess that would be it. But other than that, no,
Okay.
I don't think I have.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep thinking. But I mean, like, I was seeing RX-8s on Facebook Marketplace today for $500,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
they're out there. I would want to get. I mean, that one that I saw on Craigslist was pretty intriguing because it was like It was $1,700, and it had all sport package stuff, which was kind of cool.
Right.
But I don't know how much that would replace anyway. So I don't know if that's
Yeah.
if it's worth the premium or not.
Okay.
I think I'd rather find something that had like decent paint and a seasoned engine, you know?
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking I would sand the body down and we would wrap it.
But let's do that. Yeah. That sounds great.
Also, I want to throw this out there. If I'm building this car
Mm-hmm.
and I have the option to throw an angle kit on it to like try drifting,
Oh,
would you ever think about doing something like that?
if I had an instructor and there was a place to, I mean, I don't even know. Do we have a place that we can go do that?
I'm sure there are places that we could find.
I mean, of course, I've always wanted to try drifting. I think it'd be fun.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing at all. Never done it before.
When does that stop you and I from doing anything?
I mean, I don't know.
I fixed a fucking range today. I don't know. I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, look how hard can it be?
Right.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Since we're in fantasy land, sure.
Yeah, like this is just kind of stuff that I'm like, just to give you an example of the kinds of things I'm thinking through. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely would want to set it up for road course, right?
Yes.
Like for track days.
Yes. Street legal. You can tolerate being in it for about an hour and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
And track setup, road racing.
And and just like be able to go to the track, drive it to the track.
Yes.
And do 30-minute sessions all day.
Just like PETA does.
And then drive it home without drama, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That would be great.
Okay. Well, I'll keep thinking. I'm really having a hard time finding a coupe other than an RX-8.
Yeah.
That seems to fit the bill.
Right. And I don't want a Mustang.
Right.
Like I'm just not a Mustang person.
Or Camaro. And like an older Lexus LS 430 is too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think you want something light. I feel like you're coming from a fairly heavy car, so like lightness is kind of the name of the game with this build.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think the RX-8 would end up being about the same weight as my car.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day with an LS in it. Because my car's, it feels heavy. It's not that heavy. It's really, It's only like 30. I think I weighed it with myself in it. It was like 3,300 pounds.
Okay.
So it's not, by modern standards, it's pretty light.
Exactly. Right.
But yeah, I'd like to have something lightish, rear drive, and sound. It doesn't have to sound as good as my car now, because I don't think that's
very few things ever could. Yeah.
But I want to get close.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think V8 RX, because I saw that one at High Plains a few years ago.
Okay. I don't remember this.
Oh, it was somebody showed up to a Lemons race, I think, with one.
Okay.
And it was a silver one.
Mm-hmm.
And he started it up, and I was like, oh,
I need to talk to this person.
Yeah. And then they drove off. But oh man, it was super cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been thinking about it ever since. So
Gotcha. Yeah. I've been like iterating out like just crazy shit. Like just to think, but like doing things like basically building your own Ford Shogun, right?
Right.
You know, getting a Fiesta and like putting an SHO drivetrain in the back, you know, and like doing stuff like that.
If money was no object, I think I've said what I would do before. If I won the lottery and I had $300,000 to just shove at a car project, I would take my car and do that, and put the engine in the middle, in the back, and turn the drivetrain around and make it rear drive.
Yes,
with front wheel drive haul decks. So all wheel drive, basically make it like a what if Ferdinand Piëch just didn't do the Bugatti and has decided to win Group B rally that was still around in 2004
on a Golf chassis.
on a Golf chassis, what would it look like? And it would be a mid-engine version of the R32.
Okay.
With the VR6.
Yeah.
Maybe turbocharged.
Oh no, yeah, I think we're adding boost. Yeah.
Right. That would be the dream, but that would be 100% custom. There would be, you'd be,
Right.
chopping the floor pan up and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, you're essentially tube framing the car at that point.
Yes, it would be a complete, total custom thing, but it would be awesome.
It would.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Every now and then I look for Renault Clio V6s.
Oh, they're crazy expensive now.
They are.
You can't get them.
No, I can't. I can't. Huh.
So yeah, I don't know. And the fact that there's actual like hits that seem like they are decent for this project is another huge selling point, right? It's not, like you said, it's not, lots of custom work and that sort of stuff.
Right. Yeah, you're not essentially having to develop a car, right? Like to clean sheet of paper a car, like, the chassis that you're bringing in is more than just like a mass of metal. Like it is a thing that like, like body panels are nicely affixed to, and like you have an interior and like all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think my next thing that I would like to do is I'd like to get eyes on the inside of an RX-8 and see what you think, just to see if you think it's worth going the RX-8 path for the room that you need to shuttle 4 people around if you had to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've driven them before. It's been a really long time though.
So, I've never been in one. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. They were they're cool little cars.
Oh, they're really cool. Their interior design is great. Yeah. I love the way they look. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop showing you a picture of my vent hood and show you. Yeah.
Probably end up with budgeting for seats, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're cool.
They're just, it's aged well. Like it's a really timeless design. Even without the front lip, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will, full disclosure, I've been looking for Datsun 510s, Datsun, old Datsuns, stuff like that, thinking about that stuff too. But I think we really just want to stick with a modern chassis for rigidity. I don't think you'd want to put a cage in it, at least until the kids are grown.
Right.
Yeah. And then even then you'd probably only do like the half back cage, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot.
I don't think I'm ever gonna be in a place where I'm gonna have like a tow vehicle and a car that isn't streetable and all of that. Like it's gonna have to be everything in my life. Is multi-purpose.
No, you're exactly right. Yeah.
We live in a small space, and so everything has to have more than one purpose. And so my car has to be similar.
Sure. No, totally get it. Get it. Yeah. I'm in the same boat, right? Like, I can't tow a car, so my Fiat is my errand nugget, Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that's a good place to be in, right?
Yeah.
We could potentially make some kind of weird fun change with your fun car. So another thing that I wanted to run past you is stuff like staying within the Volkswagen Audi group and doing something odd like doing a VR6 swap on an Audi A4 chassis and just making it rear wheel drive only.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are kind of intriguing too.
Yeah.
I think I would want to do some more research on that to see, like, can you get it? If you do that, can you get the engine back?
Right. Because the front wheels are pretty far back. Like, I think like looking to beat the balance of an RX-8 is going to be real tough. Yeah. For like the B5 generation.
Right. I mean, that's the thing with those is that the engine is like way out in front of the thing. That's why they always of the front axle. That's why they always understeer. So I don't know if going VR6 would help that or not.
Yeah. I mean, a 4 would be longer, but lighter.
Mm-hmm.
A 6 would be shorter, but heavier. Yeah. I don't know. But I think the front wheels are too far back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you know if I can think of anything else as far as like an ideal chassis, but the RX-8 is really jumping to the top of the pile for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think it's either that or something, old, like 80s era, but that seems like it's going to have its own nightmare.
I was thinking like if we could like K swap a Mitsubishi Starion.
Oh yeah, sure. Shit, that'd be awesome.
Something like that.
That would be sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the RX-8 chassis is probably the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I don't know. Just to let you know where my head's at, because I am definitely somebody that takes comfort in like having a project and having like this kind of stuff. Like this is how I remain in a better headspace when stuff is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I need that now. I think I'm getting that. I'm not pinning this on you like Ian, like let me start building you a car today because for my mental health. Yeah, that's a weird thing to say to you. But I'm with a lot of other people, where I think stuff's going to get worse. And so I'm kind of like looking for some future stuff to kind of line up to keep me busy. So
yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I was looking at older Nissan 300Zs. I don't think you can fit an LS in there cleanly, and stuff's expensive. Those things rust real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing. It's like, what can you find that isn't rusty,
Right.
it's cheap,
Mm-hmm.
and meets all the other requirements? It's a pretty short list.
Here's how far I went. I was even thinking through a Chevy Cobalt full Vigan drivetrain swap. Right?
Yeah. Would that be more or less power than a Cobalt SS?
It would be weirder.
Same, right?
It would be weirder power than a Cobalt SS. No,
Okay.
it would be the B235 block, the T7 engine. You could probably do more power than the Cobalt SS because it's 2.3. Cobalt SS is 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but then it's like, what's that?
You'd be big blocking it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Big blocking. Yeah. Going up the whole 0.3. As somebody who's made that jump, it does make a difference, but yeah. But then like, Saab parts are evaporating off of the planet. So that ruled itself out real quick. But just to kind of let you know, like which corners of the room my brain like occupied before I kind of came back to the middle.
Yeah.
So
maybe my dad has a rolling Maserati chassis that we can shove an LS into.
I'm not touching that.
Let's do that. They made a 4-door version.
What if I found you a non-rusty Jaguar XJ12?
I mean, that'd be sweet.
Tons of people do small block Chevy swaps into those things.
Yeah, but to make a track car out of it?
I know, right? Yeah. So I don't know. PETA and I were talking about street builds a while ago, and I was thinking about like resurrecting my idea of having like an LS swapped Mercedes-Benz 300 TD wagon. Because I think like that's what I would want. Just for like something just for the street. Just something with room and just like horsepower, like so much horsepower that it makes your eyes bleed.
Yeah. Well, the one for that I think is still like the the Jag with the flying buttresses.
Yeah, that's the XJ12. Yeah,
the XJ12. But yeah, I can't remember which generation that is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's not the XJ12. It's the
XK12, right?
XK12, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, with the C pillars all scooped out. What is it? People,
Oh my God.
there's
What's
got to be
wrong with
4
this?
people yelling at their phones
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sure.
Yeah.
Because I know it.
V2 XJS.
Yes, the XJS.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So pretty.
It is. It's
So cool.
gorgeous. Yeah. One of the many cars where the convertible does not look anywhere near as good as the coupe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw one in a junkyard one time. It was beige,
Oh, really?
and the hood was open, and I saw that effing engine, and here you go. This is what I saw underneath the hood. Have you
Yeah.
ever like really looked at this picture?
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All the vacuum hoses and shit. It's insane.
It looked like people had just like gathered hoses and wires from the cars around it and just stashed it under the hood of that car. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. No, this is complete. This is what it look like.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the automotive equivalent of the Fraggle Rock trash heap. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really funny.
So, well, there you go. They just, been thinking through this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Any ideas?
I'm noodling on it too.
Yeah. And if any listeners have any ideas or recommendations, would love to hear it. Would love to hear it. So, there you go.
Well,
are you gonna make me think about stuff I don't like now?
no, I think we can let's kick that to next week. That's not going anywhere.
Okay, unfortunately.
And I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, sure, buddy.
So what do you think? What should we do? Should we what time are we at? Should we just go to an album, or do you want to knock some other stuff out first?
We got a couple listener my eyes. I want to show you a couple things.
Okay.
Maybe this will be a little bit foreshadowing for what we're going to talk about next week. Okay. From Dana down in Florida. He sent this in. Ian, he saw a Cybersuck vinyl wrapped.
It's got a tire.
It does. Yeah. And it's wrapped in blue. And Dana said, I instantly remembered where the blue was from. It's BFI Blue, the dumpster company.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
Right? Yeah. I mean, we had BFI in Kansas City when I was there.
That's really funny.
That blue was so iconic.
Yeah. It's true though. That's a good match.
It is. Yeah. Good eye, Dana. Good eye, dude.
A plus.
Right?
It is remarkable how many people have tried to make them look better by wrapping them.
Yeah.
They all, it doesn't look any better.
No, I saw one on a dealer lot, like a used car lot, which is hilarious, near my house, in like one of the like digital camo wraps.
Yeah.
Awful. Yeah. Yeah. Let's add more pixelation to this like already 4 polygon thing.
It's so weird. Somebody, what's going to happen? Because I feel like this always happens. One day in 15 years, we're going to see one, and someone will have figured out the modifications, plural, that make it look good. And you're going to be like, wait, what? Do I like the Cybertruck?
Okay.
I think that's my bold prediction for the Cybertruck, is that someone at some point will figure out a way to make it look good.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen. And I think it's going to take a long time.
Sure. Okay.
Because it's too new now, and there's too much stuff wrapped up in it now.
Right.
That we know about.
Okay.
And so we need some distance from all of that context, and somebody needs to be a genius and figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's always that, we've talked about this before, where there's, with a lot of cars, where like they go from like they go through this weird cycle, right, of new car, and then it's like a kind of a crappy old car, and then you see a clean one.
Yes. Dodge like, Daytona.
What?
Yeah. Where you see like a just a cherry one. right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the Del Sol wasn't a great car, but when I saw that lady in hers,
Right.
like it absolutely jumped out at me.
It's in a new context, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so when in 15 or 20 years, when all of our cars are powered by Brondo and even bigger and dumber than the Cybertruck,
Right.
then that thing's going to come and we're going to see one. You're going to be like, oh my God, look, when cars only weighed 9,000 pounds.
Right. Oh, somebody who made a better choice than a Hummer EV back in the day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or made a choice other than a Hummer EV.
Mhm. So that'll be interesting when that happens.
Yeah.
I think it'll, someone will figure it out. Someone will put a wheel on it, or like they'll put some body kit on it or something.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say
it'll
like
be,
they rip off the entire body and put a whole new body on it.
who knows? Who knows? It'll be something crazy.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm here for your hot take, Ian. I'm here for your hot take. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
I was leaving Whole Foods the other day, walking back to my little errand nugget, and there was a Cybertruck parked behind me in the parking lot. And it was like, how can you have like
How did you not get a picture of that?
I couldn't even bring myself to stand there to take a picture on the off chance the owner would see me and think like, yeah, they fucking dig the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, or you know, that like any press is good press, like
Right.
mentality that they have, right? And so I could not let myself do that. Yeah.
How insane
I
did
know.
your car look next to the
It
Cybertruck?
looked bananas, Ian. It like just from a polygon smoothing standpoint, like you had a 486 without the turbo button on, parked behind my like, you know, like my gateway PC, you know? Yeah.
That's really funny. My work computer has been very slow lately,
Okay.
and so I've been coming up with very creative ways to swear at it with it. And I actually called it a 486 ass bitch the other day.
You 128K RAM have motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're so slow. You're surprised it's not telling you, like, showing you a message that it's safe to turn your PC off.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, that was a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. We used to see the message that told us it was okay to turn our computers off back in the day.
We're old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyway, my car looked like it was so weird just seeing those two things together. It
That's
made me
hilarious.
sad. It made me sad. It made me happy for the car I have. But yeah. Also, I did that thing where like I just parked like, you know, like I just pulled into the parking lot way away from all the other cars just because like, you know, like that's the only exercise I'm getting.
Right.
And so like they parked right behind me. You know, it
Mhm.
was like, oh god damn it. So anyway. Yeah.
Nice.
um
Okay.
okay.
What
So,
else?
to kind of bring it up from there, how about just a rad ass camper from Jesse? Check this shit out.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's like a
It's a
little
little
K.
cab. It's a little cab over camper van.
Yeah, it's a little K truck, K van. It is the Exciter. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let me see. I think Jesse told me what it was in her text, but like, I'm here for the graphics. I'm here
Yeah.
for all of this. Yeah, let me pull up. Yeah, let me pull up the text here.
It looks very chunky,
Huh.
and also like maybe it's not running and or has no working parking brake because it's got a wheel chock.
There is a wheel chock. There is a wheel chock. It is a Delcia JB 470 turbo diesel.
Oh, it's a little Delcia. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Right?
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it customized in Japan and then someone imported it?
I think so. Yeah.
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 That's super.
DELICA JB 740. Okay.
470.
470.
There
Yep.
you go.
Here it is. 1995, baby. Yeah. On Auto EX.
That is super cool.
Yeah. It's a little chunky looking camper, buddy.
Yeah, I want to see the inside.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's see if we can find pictures of the inside. Here we go, buddy. All right. Taken with the real estate, the realtor lens. So it looks like a spacious, like Econoline van. Yeah, you and I both know that it's tiny.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, look, you step up to get into the back.
Well, I'm guessing there's a door on the other side, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
So you probably have to get out and get.
Oh no, it looks like you can get to the back. See, there's the seats in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, you just have to step over this little like pony wall.
Oh, weird.
And this kind of looks similar to the van that we were goofing around in for
the Hiace. Yeah, the Toyota Hiace.
Hiace, where it had like some control buttons and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of this trim in here like looks like it was the same.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like a similar coach builder or something, because yeah, that control panel there looks exactly the same as a Toyota, and like even some of the cabinetry hardware looks really similar.
Okay.
That seat pattern though is pretty wild.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's like a 1990s movie theater carpet.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting though. So the bed is behind us. The bed is up over the driver's seats.
Yep, it's like up over the cab. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a cozy little camper van.
It is. It looks adorable, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the bed must have a thing that folds down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It comes back.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Or slides out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, there it is, folded down. Okay, and in place. Wow, I can't even imagine what it would be like for me to try to sleep in one of those things.
You couldn't do it. I mean, this is like my size.
Yeah, it would just be bruises and elbows and yeah, I'd have to wear my bike helmet in there. Yeah. Oh, wow. But yeah, thank you, Jesse. So yes, she has that kicking around nearby her. So
that's really cool.
Right? Yeah. And then on the K-Truck tip, Mark sent this in. This is our little K-Truck palette cleanser, buddy. Little red K-Truck with some like neat little graphics, right?
I like it.
Yeah. Just a little beep beep boy.
K-Trucks, man. That's a good one. We need to talk about the state of K-Trucks too at some point. We'll do that in an episode, because it's in a big state of flux right now, because there's been a lot of like state legislatures that have been passing laws outlawing them and stuff like that. So
I know Sid at One Hell of a Town went through that with Oliver, her little K-Truck that she got. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
But yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Dave, I feel like we're both slowing down.
We're right. We both are running on fumes. Ian, please give me an album of the week.
Okay.
I
feel like we wallowed a bit last week.
Well, yeah,
and all of that, and now I've got to like kickstart myself back into like work mode.
Sure.
Head down, chug along, get some shit done.
Okay.
Mode.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go krautrock this week. We're gonna go Tago, Mago. So I think we've done krautrock on here before. We've done, I think, a new album, NEU. We did one of those. Tago, Mago. So the basically they were kind of the inventors of this krautrock thing, which is a precursor to all electronic music. Kind of traces its roots back before there was electronic music. It kind of came back through this, where it was like very like big repetitive drum beats.
Yeah, like crazy, like syncopation, right?
Yes, and just chugging along, and then building off of that. And like, so you listen to this, it sounds like
acoustic house music.
House, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And you cannot go wrong with the first, let's say, 5 Pan records are all stone cold classics.
Okay.
This is just the one that I usually reach for because I like a couple of the songs on it a lot. But this is really good, like head down, work while you've got like a driving beat in the background sort of music.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
I like that that's your, like, for me, it's like atmospheric liquid drum and bass. And like for you, like that, like focus music is like old krautrock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with a
Or hip
really,
hop. Like those are the two things that if I have a spreadsheet I need to crush, it's
yeah.
like Liquid Swords or something like this.
Okay. Okay. Liquid Swords is like my like racking and stacking in the data center music. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't do like more like intellectual work with something like that. I have to have like an instrumental or foreign language lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. Tango Mago. Tago Mago. There's no N. It's not
There's that.
tango. It's not a delicious fruit, a mango.
No.
It's not a dance and a fruit. It's a Tago Mago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And like I said, all 5 of their first records, 4 or 5 of their first records are amazing classics. So you can't go wrong with any of them. I just picked this one.
Yeah. When did this come out?
72.
71.
Maybe?
Okay.
71. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were kind of like their active period, like 69 to 74. Anything in that era.
Okay.
Golden.
If if this isn't my thing, what do you think that like is my thing that's like closest to this? Because I don't really dig house much, but like Fortet is probably like the closest like housey stuff I listen to. You know?
Honestly, I think you're gonna like this.
Okay.
But if you don't, I mean, do you like Kraftwerk?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is more your speed than Kraftwerk.
Okay. What about like Battles?
Battles is definitely more mathy.
Okay.
And like more intricate.
Okay.
This is big and dumb.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. By design.
By design. And like chugging along. And house is not the right genre for it. I'm trying to think what the corollary would be. But I mean, honestly, like Big Beat kind of derives a lot from this.
Okay.
Right.
But there's not like a break in this. Like it's not based on like funk breaks.
Right.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's very few breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will check it out. I will let you know. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. This is one of the albums that I will absolutely listen to. I did listen to your, the weird hip hop one that you told me about last week. I picked it up on Bandcamp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was it? I can't remember.
Euclid. I think.
Euclid. Yes. I did enjoy that. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was great.
I can't do anything else while I'm listening to that music, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. So, Tago Mago.
Yeah. Do it.
Links in the YouTube description.
Dave, I think we did a car show and we're sleepy.
We are.
We're sleepy plaid boys.
Yes. For anybody still listening, yes, we're both wearing plaid. Look at that. Anybody still listening, we want you to send us pictures of your cars. Show us your cars, 720-515-1391. Email us, apexadjacent@gmail.com. Find us on Blue Sky. Talk to Ian over there. And then, I have a little something special for you next week that a listener sent in. A little surprise for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little foreshadowing. Ian doesn't know what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you. We love you. Goodbye.